You know when you're coming out and you're standing there, because when you came out of the O2, you didn't walk straight down. I've seen some people and I feel like, is it nerves? They go straight down.
Yeah.
You stood there and kind of soaked it up for a little while.
Yeah.
What's that like? Are you nervous? Are you thinking, like, there must be a part of it that's like, okay, we're going to go in there and you know it's going to be war.
Yeah.
You and Buatsi is not going to be a sparring session. You know, it's going to hurt.
War. Yeah.
Are you thinking all those things or?
Not at that point.
No, okay.
No. When I'm in training camp, I'm saying, listen, I know this guy's coming for me.
Yeah.
I got to prepare myself. So all the hard days, psychologically, I'm getting myself prepared.
Yeah.
So the time it gets to fight week, I've done the work.
Yeah.
Now I know I've got a new challenge. The physical is done. Now I've got to get the mental.
Yeah.
So where I'm experienced, I've been in so many big fights. I know what it's going to take. I know how I'm going to feel. I know I'm going to feel when I wake up that morning. I know I'm going to feel in the changing room. So if you get any slight feeling of them, you're like, oh yeah, I know what time it is.
Is that what it is? That was
yeah.
like, yeah? Okay.
So you just know, like, it's like, the best way I can put it is when you're in school and someone says to you, after school.
I remember that.
Yeah. And you know, it don't matter if you know you'll smack this guy up for the next couple of periods, that feeling.
You can't.
And it's not nervous, it's the anticipation of the weight.
Yeah.
So it's just like boxing, you're anticipating something you know is going to happen.
Yeah.
So you know you're going to fight in 5 hours, you're like, oh, 4 hours left, 3 hours left, 2 hours. So
No matter what, you know.
No matter what,
even
you
that
know.
guy's small, you're like,
small,
yo.
dead, out of shape, tall. You just know you're anticipating the fight because you're thinking, oh, imagine I slipped as I was swinging a punch or something. It's just that anticipation of getting it right. So you're just mentally zoning in. By the time I'm wrapping my hands and preparing, I'm zoned in now. I know it's wartime. I'm physically prepared now. I'm mentally prepared now. So the time I've walked out, I've made sure before I've left that changing room door, I'm good to go. Now I understand the occasion and I'm going to walk out. Now prepared for every case scenario. In case you get booed, in case you get cheered. You don't know how the crowd's going to be. You don't know who's got a majority crowd.
Yeah, you don't.
So you just got to prepare for everything. We'll always prepare for the worst. If you get the best, great. And that's what I'm saying. When I came out, knowing like he's the golden boy, I'm anticipating maybe he's got the majority crowd.
Did that surprise you? Because he is the golden boy.
Yeah.
In that fight, he was billed as the A side.
Yeah.
You know this. Did it surprise you that you had the majority of the crowd?
Yeah, it did.
Surprised me. I can't lie to you. It surprised me.
But I've always, listen, what I always say to people, like we look at numbers of like maybe social medias, etc., etc. When if you look at all of that, these people who supposedly got more followers or people behind them, none of them do more numbers than I do in terms of ticket sales or people on seats. And it shows, like, when you go to my show.
That social media thing ain't real.
It's not real.
It's not real, because I've said this, like, Ryan Garcia would fill out the Wembley Stadium. Yeah. And he wouldn't.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So he wouldn't. It doesn't add up. Because you look at
equate.
all the guys, like, who have got bigger presence than me on socials as such, they don't do numbers I do.
Yeah.
That I put more people and I've got bigger support base than all of them.
Your sister must sell tickets. Remember I mentioned her in the ring after.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, shout out to your mum and sister. Or I think it was your aunt and sister.
Yeah.
Their voices, they don't stop.
They've been like that since the amateurs.
Is it? They don't stop.
Nearly got me banned from the amateurs.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Like, I remember certain times I'll be
security
boxing.
was telling them to sit down. They didn't even listen to security.
I remember I'd be boxing just in the middle of a good trade-off. I hear the referee go, stop! Corners. I'm like, what do we do? They're like, go into the corner. You get back. I'm like, you focus on the fight. Don't worry about them over there. Get security to deal with that or something. It's what we dealt with. But it's all good. They're passionate. Very passionate. Like, the thing is, my household, my dad didn't watch football. We all grew up watching boxing. From when I was a kid, from before I could even talk, late night box office was the only time we'd be up late. We'll be sitting with my dad watching all the box office fights. So my sisters, my mum, my aunties, my uncles. My dad was down cable when we was young, so he had the box office stuff going on. Yeah. So that's all our occasions was. So our family's always been passionate about boxing. Period. Then now I box. So we got a family who's passionate about boxing. Now someone they love's involved with the boxing. Combined, they're excited. They get more excited sometimes than me. My sister rings me up about stuff I don't know
fantastic. About. And again, it's good to see. It's good to see as a black person a lot, because I've always gone to, like, I obviously cover boxing. I'm lucky to go to a lot of boxing events, and it's still, I'd say, 99% white. Yeah, it's still that. Course, and now it's good to see sort of not just black fighters, but black fans coming out to support their black fighters, because I don't think we've seen that for a very, very long time. They
don't really buy tickets usually.
They don't buy tickets. They don't buy tickets. They just don't do it. They'll watch it at home.
Buy the tickets. And the majority of the black guys will either watch it at home or stream it.
Yeah, or stream it or follow Twitter to see who's won.
Yeah,
they don't really.
They don't want to pay their money and come out and spend their time.
100% don't. So congratulations to you and Buatsi for seeing that. I want to talk about the fight. When you're in there, are you knowing how close it is? Do you like go to the corner and think, okay, I bagged that round, or I might have lost that round? Well, you know, because I always feel like when the 10-second clapper goes, both of you, that's cool. Both of you are very like going for it for the last 10 seconds. Are you thinking all the rounds close? I want to steal that round. What's your mentality?
Well, I don't know. Like, how I look at it is, I go back to my corner. My corner's very honest with me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I come back, I'm like, yeah, smoke that round. They're like, no, you didn't. You didn't smoke that round.
Yeah.
Like, you needed to do more. You let her slip in such and such round. I'm like, what? We're just being honest with you. You need to get back the next round. Cool.
And you don't know that. When you're fighting, you don't know. You don't realise that's all strange, isn't it? You don't. That's how close it is, or you're in your own zone that you're not quite sure if you lost it or not.
This is what it's like. It's like, say for instance, certain rounds. Even this fight is a perfect example for it. So certain rounds, I was doing a great work for 2 minutes 40.
Yeah.
He might be tucking up thingy. Then last 10 seconds, he throws a crazy flurry.
Crazy.
Whether if they land or don't land, it just looks like he's getting busy.
To the judges.
So now people are like, are we going to take his 10-second flurry, or are we going to take Richard's majority of the work, point scoring, racking here and there throughout the 2 minutes 40? And that's kind of boxing. The thing is, what upsets me about boxing sometimes is it's a very opinionated sport. So it's not factual. You know, in football, you score a goal, that's a goal. 1-0, whether they had the possession the whole time, done kick-ups, kicked over your head, the ball goes in the net, is 1-0.
That's it. All that counts.
With boxing,
so subjective.
Every judge has a different method. They're all looking for different things, and everyone's got an opinion of what wins you the fight. Some people like aggression. Some people like clever boxing. Some countries like good defense. Some countries just like to take some
shots. Countries, Mexicans, it's all about aggression.
It's all about aggression.
You can't be the back foot fighter.
No,
it's all about aggression.
And in America, they like back foot boxing and skillful skills. And this is where sometimes I always talk about the downfall of it. Like, all right, for example, if we look at the fight just now, round 1, Buatsi threw, 15 shot combination, I don't know. Yeah. I slipped, shoulder, block, roll, didn't let none of the shots land. What commentator said? Good defense.
Okay.
You don't get compliment for that in England. But if I take a shot and I'm trading, getting shot, they're like, oh, good chin, this is exciting.
Crazy, isn't it? Yeah.
You get praise for taking shots and keep coming forward rather than making a miss of the art of boxing. And that's why you got
commentators are very powerful to the casuals that are watching, because the casuals that are watching who dip their toes in and out of boxing don't quite understand what's going on. So if commentator A says, like, that back foot fighting ain't great, Craig's slow, he's not, then that's it then. You're now a slow fighter.
You're slow. Oh, Craig's going backwards, he doesn't believe that he's got the power to keep him off. Oh, Craig's got confidence problems.
Do
you get what I'm saying? And it's like, you'll say that, but it's like, why would Craig take these fights if he's not confident in himself? But they don't look at it. See, people ain't got time to do research and look into things. They don't care that much. You're just watching it for a bit of entertainment. You're not trying to check the backing story, his personal life. All you've seen, you turn the TV on, you want to see a bit of boxing before you have your food or after you've had your food. You're not looking, you're listening to what the commentators, you're probably having a conversation with someone, half in watching it, half out. You're like, oh, I missed a few rounds. Who's winning this? Commentator says he's losing.
And that's kind of
how that's it. So they do control the majority of the thoughts of the majority of the fans. Obviously, you get a rare few who know boxing, they've been in and out of it, they know how it works, so they're not really listening to the commentators as such. Or I speak to a lot of fight fans who put it on mute. A lot of people
rather just watch it themselves than hear the commentators. They'd rather just, because the commentators can even sort of trick them.
They can.
So they'd rather just put it on mute. Do you think you won the fight?
Personally, I did think I did enough. Yeah, I did personally.
Think like 7-5.
Probably 7-5. It was close. I wasn't saying I walked through the fight. It was a very tight fight. Like if they said draw, I wouldn't have argued. If they said I won it, I wouldn't have argued. It was a close fight.
I was obviously, like, I'm ringside. I'm close up, and I've got a couple of people here, there, and I'm telling you now, no one knew how that fight went. Yeah. Like genuinely, George Groves is over there, and I'm looking at George like, what are you thinking? Darren Barker, like. Everyone around, no one was like, he won or he won. No one. Yeah. I think going into the 12th, everyone was like, haven't got a clue.
But I feel like, do you know what? Even at the end, I look out sometimes and I've got like honest people in the crowd, and they'll say to me,
that guy that just,
they'll go, they'll go, that dude, or they'll go like definitely, or they go, or like, and I'm looking at them and like, I think
it was a tough one. Even Peter, like after I done the interview, I went to Peter and I was like. He was like, it was the 12th. He's not. He's like, I think we won the 12th. If we won the 12th, we won the fight. Yeah. So Peter was like, he thought you won it as well. So Peter was like 7-5. Yeah. As well. Eddie wasn't sure. Yeah. And I could tell Buatsi wasn't sure. Like again, I look at who celebrates the most. Yeah. No one was sure. No one. It was that close to the point where I think a draw maybe was the right result.
And do you know what? A lot of people said, like, even some people came up to me at the end and said, I thought you'd done enough, but I think the fairest result would have been a draw. And I said, do you know what? I wouldn't have argued with that because I don't think anyone would have. No one would have. Yeah. And that's why sometimes in boxing, when a fight's that tight, I don't understand why you wouldn't just do a draw and run it back. Like, it would just make sense, because if a fight's that close, for me.